TIFU by getting my 3-year-old son addicted to Africa by Toto. This has been happening for 4 days now. We recently got a kids atlas from Goodwill for our 3-year-old, since he is getting interested in maps. He loved it, and took a special interest in the African continent, maybe because of all the pictures of wild animals on the map. As a joke, I asked him if he wants to hear the Africa song on YouTube. He said yes, and played Africa by Toto, which is one of my favorite songs. He got hooked, and it was like a proud daddy moment for me. The past 4 days has been just him sort of singing the song non-stop, and requesting it on YouTube, with the video, please. I'm starting to hate the song because of this, and hopefully he'll tone it down. TL. Doctor, I introduced my son to Africa by Toto, and he won't shut up about it now. I'm starting to hate one of my favorite songs. TIFU by accidentally scamming a girl at a museum. This happened in Athens last year. My wife, 25F, and I, 24 meters, visited the Acropolis Museum the day before we were leaving. The museum is €5 per ticket and includes cloaking. We decided this would be a good way to store our luggage the next day after we checked out of our end, as we still had a good half day before our flight. So the next day we get to the museum. My wife waits outside across the long bridge to the museum as she can't walk down steps due to a herniated disc. I buy the ticket and cloak our suitcases. After we visit the actual Acropolis/Parthenon, my wife again waits across the bridge as I go get the suitcases. On my way out, I realize I still have a valid ticket for the museum and offer it to someone just walking in. Turns out they're two American girls, or at least have American accents. I tell them we just clocked our bags and didn't use the ticket. They say that's a great idea and they might do the same. The girl asks how much I want for it and I say it was €5, but I'll take whatever you want for it. She pulls out a bunch of coins and just hands them to me. I would have given it away free, but the stingy side of me came out. Anyway, I take out the ticket from my wallet and say enjoy. The girl gives me the warmest smile, and I head out. Once we finally get to the train station around the corner, I reach in my pocket to take out the coins, and then feel a piece of paper. My heart dropped. I looked at it, and realized I gave the girl the ticket to the Acropolis instead of the Acropolis Museum. They're both fairly similar in size, and during the whole ordeal I didn't even realize. I thought about running back to give her the real one, but figured it was too late. I felt like a total scammer, especially because everything about the situation was so genuine and chill until that point. Her warm smile flashed back to me as I then imagined her disappointment as she scanned it and realized she was scammed. Totally ruined me for a few hours. My wife had a good laugh though. TL. Doctor accidentally gave a stranger a used ticket instead of the unused one I had left over. She gave me all her change and only a while later did I realize I accidentally scammed her. TIFU by accidentally singing a racist "Jingle Bells" in front of a black friend's family. Okay, as always this did not happen today, but many years ago, when my English was far from great. I'm Italian. So, let's go back to December 2006. A girlfriend of mine, let's call her Hannah, had invited me at her place to study and have lunch with her parents. They are black and came from America, but she was 100% born and raised in Italy. Anyway, their English was perfect, mine at the time not so much, but still pretty good, ya know? We study, and then it is lunchtime. Hannah was super stoked about Christmas, and she loved to sing. Also, she tried in any way to make me sing along with her. I hated singing, but I knew some songs by heart, none of which too Christmas why, except for one, and this is where the foo takes place. You see, I had this stupid habit of singing made up lyrics when I didn't know the actual lyrics by heart, just to fill the empty spaces. No big deal, right? Oh boy, was I wrong. They start singing some American Christmas songs that I didn't know too well, but then Jingle Bells came along, and I was so proud because I knew the lyrics of that one. Kinda. So all proud I win my shyness and start singing along. All eyes and ears were on me, so I go. Jingle bells, jingle all the way, all well fun, it is to right, with the wonders of the slaves. Everyone went silent, Hannah panicked, they all looked at me in shock. I had no idea what I just sang. I just thought I was filling the song with random words. I was looking at them with a what look of confusion, still unaware of what I had just said. Hannah turned to her father and was about to say something when he started laughing uncontrollably. Her mom joined too, and Hannah was relieved. He said to me in Italian, "Do you know what you just sang?" or something along those lines. I said no, and they explained that to me. Needless to say, I hid my face in my hands and was super embarrassed, but luckily they understood and were really cool about it. Of course they still bring that up every time I stay at their place around Christmas time. TL. Doctor sang Jingle Slaves instead of Jingle Bells. TIFU by calling my slow brother a failure. This literally just happened, and I locked myself in my room. Holy crap, me and my younger brother have always been very playful. We roast each other, say mean things, get a little physical, embarrass each other. Just annoying sister-brother stuff. Well, I was in the kitchen when he yells at me to get my shoes out of the kitchen. I smile and respond with, "Shut up, you failure." His face goes completely blank, and that's when I knew I fricked up. My brother has dyslexia, ADHD, and has just never done really well in school. When we got the news he would have to be held back a year, he was devastated. I, somehow, never thought, wow, maybe he feels like a failure and he's not doing so well. Continuing, he goes completely blank and just starts bawling. I mean crying. He went to the bathroom and locked himself in and hasn't came out since. My mom came out of her room crying and called me an insensitive bitch. I think I deserve it. TL. Doctor called my mentally slower brother a failure. Brother has a mental breakdown and my mom is pretty damn mad.